with 5 players arrested this offseason. As for Ray Rice, who pleaded not guilty to third-degree aggravated assault, he took responsibility for his actions last May with his wife beside him.
Failed miserably.
Rice entered a pretrial intervention program and, if completed, won't serve jail time.
There are reports today that the league took it easy on Rice in part because of his good guy reputation and a plea from his wife for leniency. But then, regardless of their reasoning, many believe on this, the NFL simply got it wrong.
Well, it's just striking when you see the comparisons to how people get punished for steroid use or taking freebies. Really striking. Byron, thank you.
Not the kind of...
Yes. Good evening, all my South Orange Maple listeners, and all those other listeners in the towns of Melbourne, Livingston, Irvington, West Orange, East Orange, Orange, and Newark, and we must say Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to In the Village with Anselm and Marjorie on the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience, and live on the World Wide Web at somore.org, and the only radio show covering all your news, opinion, politics, talk, and sports happening in the South Orange Maple communities. You can listen to us every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. And reach us at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626 to participate in the discussion. We have an interesting program lined up for you this evening, and I look forward to your participation in the discussion. Marjorie, hello. And welcome. How are you doing today?
Just waking up.
Yeah.
Long nap after work. Hard day at work.
All right. What I like you to do is please do speak into the mic.
Do you want me to speak into? Well, see, I still hear this music, so
Yeah, it's just in the background. It's very low.
Why does it sound like it's in the foreground?
No, it's not in the foreground. It's just in the background.
All right. Well, when it goes off, I'll.
But wait. I don't understand something.
What's that?
You work 6 hours a day. And you were tired.
That's right.
6 hours.
6 long, grueling hours minus.
Listen.
Minus an hour and a half or something.
6 hours is 6 hours.
That's right.
That's 360 minutes. Anywhere you go on this planet, 6 hours is 6 hours.
Okay.
Yours is long and grueling. Same 6 hours everybody else got to put in. So are you telling me that some teachers you work harder than some other teachers?
Maybe it's the conditions under which I work that make it so.
Oh, you still in that moldy room? You still?
No, the whole floor has got mold. What kind of messes? You know what? See, now this is. One class 34, another one 34, another one maybe 24.
I'm a little upset, and here's why I'm upset. I'm really fed up. I'm fed up of this Ray Rice situation now. Really and truly.
Fed up in what way?
Because, the media keeps showing the assault over and over and over. Isn't there some point in time when you say enough is enough? Isn't there some point in time when you listen? We saw it on ABC, we saw it on NBC, we saw it on CNN, we saw it on MSNBC, we saw it on
TMZ,
CNN,
yes.
we saw it on TMZ, right? We saw it on Bloomberg, we saw it on CBS.
And so you don't want them to show
Over and over and over.
But
what about the young lady? What about her? Over and over. What about her?
You're concerned about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
She's supposed to be the victim in this, isn't it?
Yes, she is.
So why do you keep showing the video over
But
and
I
over
think,
and over?
do you think that he is the victim, Anselm? Is he a victim, Mr. Rice himself?
I wouldn't say he's a victim, but I would say at this point in time they're piling on. A bunch of pilers, I call them.
Piling on.
Piling
That's
on.
what football
Yeah.
people do. What do you mean they're piling on? They're
You intelligent. You know what piling on means?
No, help a sister out. What does that
Okay.
mean?
Okay. Listen. I made a mistake.
They're overstating the problem.
No, they're not overstating the problem. I made a mistake. I apologize for my mistake. I got punished twice by the same court for my mistake. I actually went to court. And if I don't do the same activity again, right, I get a clean record. I went to court. He went to court. He went to court before a judge. They already judged him. And they said, okay, Mr. Rice, here's what happens. We know something. He have lost his contract from Nike, right? Nike took away his contract. The NFL took away his contract, right? So, he had a $25 million contract in the past. So I'm sure he's going to be able to feed his family.
I think so.
I think once he put that money to good use, he'll be able to feed his family if he never plays in the NFL again. All right? You have punished him severely. Okay? And he's still going to suffer more as we go forward. Right? But what happened now is that you're not just jeopardizing him, but now you're jeopardizing his wife, you're jeopardizing his kids. And I say this, Marjorie, I say this.
How are you jeopardizing the wife and the kid?
Because he don't have a job anymore. He doesn't have a job.
I wonder if he has any of that $25 million left over.
I don't know. I don't know. But he doesn't have a job anymore. And you know what? If you ask the wife if she wanted all those things to happen, what do you think she would say?
Of course she'd say no. If she married the guy, she'd probably say that.
But the sad thing is this. The sad thing is this. And I'm hoping, Marjorie, that all these commentators right?
It's not illegal everywhere.
Well, it's illegal.
Okay.
And they get pulled over, right? And because it's against the law. It's against the law. Let me finish. It's against the law to drive at 65 miles per hour. I don't care what it is. All right? or if they're smoking a little marijuana, or if
Why is marijuana and whooping your wife's behind are not the same?
No, it's
thing?
not the same. But I'm saying people who I hope they have any skeletons in their closet because they want. Listen. I don't beat my wife. I don't want anyone to hit. I don't want anyone to hit my.
I guess to some extent. You're not a famous role model.
I am famous.
Okay,
I am famous.
that is true. Anselm was famous. I'm sorry. Okay, and
listen,
let's say, yeah. So you're famous, and so if you do something and you're a role model, and people are looking up to you, and you do something atrocious like that, then yes, there should be some repercussions for that. Because
I
then
agree with that.
there is the role model, and he is getting probably, in this case, an overexposure for his crime, and we don't want you to be like that role model in this situation.
But you know what, Margie? There might be a little Joe Blow in South Orange and Maplewood who may have done worse than what Ray Rice did.
Or what Anselm has done, yes.
And you don't even hear anything about it.
That's because he's not a role model. He's a regular Joe Blow.
So what it is that the regular Joe Blow, the celebrity gets treated different than the regular
because
Joe Blow.
People imitate celebrities. People say, I want to be like such and such. They don't want to be like Joe Blow. They want to be, someone famous and popular. And thus, there you go. I mean, the question is, does the NFL have the domestic violence problem? And here you have a bunch of guys piling on top of each other.
As you say
playing football. I guess it's all that testosterone, and they're used to getting hit and hitting others. And thus, here's a woman in front of them, and it's okay for them to do that, or probably maybe more prone to do that. Now, I mean, people have done studies on this. I'm looking at this article here in Slate. And, here's the headline. No, seriously, the NFL really does have a domestic violence problem. So it's not something that hasn't been documented.
Are you looking at the ESPN, the NFL domestic violence
I'm not going to ever
problem?
look at an ESPN anything because I don't like it like that. But if you want me to look at this article, I will definitely look at this article.
No, but listen. So if some people saying that you think the NFL has a bigger domestic problem than the society at large?
It says, according to this article, about 2% of rostered NFL players in 2012 have been charged with an intimate violence crime.
2%? Get serious, Marjorie. 2%? Be for real, man. 2%? I mean...
So 1% is okay.
No.
2% is okay.
But it's nothing. In comparison to what happens in the real world, and before we go for the when we go for the break, we're gonna come back to this. I want to make that comparison to how the media portrays certain events done by people of color, as opposed to how they portray events done by other races. I really want to address that.
So you're saying that this was a white footballer. Oh, I guess footballers are only soccer players, right?
No, you can say football. It's
you
American football. Yeah,
okay.
you can.
So as a white athletic football player, that they would not have had the same amount of scrutiny and public exposure. Is that what you're implying?
No, you know what? I think it will have the same type of exposure, but it will be limited. It wouldn't go on for days upon days upon days upon days. I truly think so. I truly think so.
Well, I don't know. I don't like watching women get hit. I can't handle those kinds of movies like that. And so to keep putting this on television in a way is kind of offensive.
Yeah. Well, let's deal with that when we come back, because that's a great point. Should television continue to be replaying this violent action by Ray Rice over and over?
Okay.
When we come back, we're going to talk with that. We'll be right back after this short break.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
The Strollers proudly presents our 82nd season, beginning with Comedy Tonight, a sketch comedy celebration. Our November production is the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize-winning drama Clybourne Park. In January, we present our children's theater production, How the World Got Wisdom, a collection of African folk tales, songs, and dances. Our March comedy will be Fuddy Mears. Rounding out our season is the Tony Award-winning musical Hairspray in May. For further information, contact us at www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Having problems with your house? Is your mortgage upside down? Can't get a loan modification or short sale? Tenant troubles, job loss or transfer? Does your house need repairs, or maybe you're facing foreclosure? Time is not on your side. Call now and speak to one of our friendly associates. No matter the reason you have to sell, we have solutions. Operators are standing by to take your call. 800-709-1732 or visit www.7sellahome.com.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Get into the discussion at 973-327-3626. This is the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. We want to hear your opinion. You can log on to SoMore.org or give us a call at 973-327-3626. For community news, sports, and opinions, call us at 973-327-3626 or log on to SoMore.org. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
I feel so blessed, y'all. This track is incredible. S1, You can feel it. I'm a blessed man. Yes, man, I'm a blessed man. Right now, I'm a blessed man. Yes, man, I'm a blessed man. No question, I'm a blessed man. Yes, man, I'm a blessed man. You can feel it, you can feel it. So much joy, haha. It's like a dream come true, like a sneak preview of the grand finale. I get a taste of heaven, it's like milk and honey. I was blessed with love before I had money. The things I love most, you can't take from me. I hold them close, the most high in my family. I might never get fortune and fame, I'm always gonna say I've been a fortunate man. And when they ask who I am, I will stand up and say I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask where I'm at, it don't matter, I'm with you, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask why, I will point to the sky, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. Yes, man, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yes, man, I'm a blessed man. We walk through the park holding hands, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm a blessed man. You're so beautiful, the words escape me like the day I watched you give birth to our baby.
We are back with you. It's in the village of Anselm on the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience. As our anthem song playing in the background, Marjorie, I'm a blessed man. And you know what, Marjorie? You don't
Yes,
like,
you and Ray Rice both.
you don't like that song, Marjorie, for some reason.
I can't.
That's a very religious song. I'm a blessed man. You know the reason why I play that song seriously?
No,
because from
because you are blessed.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Because from where I come from to where I am now, I honestly truly believe I'm blessed. So that's why I make that the anthem song of In the Village of the Anselm. That was In the Village of the Anselm.
Yes, so when it becomes when we're both strolling through this village, we're gonna have to come up with another. Because I'm not a blessed man at all.
No, well, you just come up with one of your own.
So I'm going to superimpose it over this song.
Yeah, we're going to play half of this song, and they play half of yours. So you could come up with like, I'm a blessed woman or something. Yeah, But Marjorie, let me read.
Will you bless me with turning that blessed man song down, please? Yeah. Bless me with that.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
There you go.
There, I'm blessed.
But let me read you what Janelle Rice posted on Instagram yesterday. I woke up this morning feeling like I had a horrible nightmare. Feeling like I'm mourning the death of my closest friend. But to have to accept the fact that it's reality is a nightmare in itself. No one knows the pain that the media, listen carefully, no one knows the pain that the media and unwanted options from the public have caused my family. To make us relive a moment in our lives that we regret every day is a horrible thing. I mean, really. To take something away from the man I love, that he has worked hard for, worked his ass off for all his life, just to gain ratings is horrific. And she's right. She's absolutely right. 100% right.
And so, yeah.
This is our life. Why don't you all get? What don't you all get? If your intentions were to hurt us, which I can tell you, a lot of the media's intention, right?
You can't talk about what the intent is, Anselm. You don't
Why not?
know. But go ahead. Let's hear the statement.
Okay. If your intention were to hurt us, embarrass us, make us feel alone, take all happiness away, you have succeeded on so many levels. And that's absolutely correct. Just know we'll continue to grow and show the world what real love is. Ravens Nation, we love you. This is excellent. The only thing I would have done, I would have gotten the writer that wrote the article for LeBron James when he was going back to Cleveland. You really don't know about this. You don't follow. You know who LeBron James is?
He's a basketball player.
Oh my God! He's a basketball player.
That's true, right?
He's a basketball player.
Okay.
Really?
All right.
You really believe he's a basketball player?
No, don't do that to me. Is he not? He is, isn't he? Yes, he is. That sounds like a basketball name. Go ahead.
You know what? You know what?
You know what? Because we're in your realm.
All right. You know what? You know what? You're gonna give you a phone You got 1 out of 1 correct, Margie.
All right. So don't try to make me feel like I know. Okay.
So
don't mess with me like that.
So you got a round of applause, Margie.
Okay, thank you.
You can't say I never gave you a round of applause, okay? You can never say that.
I mean, no, what is he, like the greatest basketball player? What's so great about LeBron?
Well, he's one of the greatest basketball players ever lived.
Okay. Well, you know what? You're going to learn that I am not good at sports or celebrity. I don't care about that kind of stuff. All I care about is politics and education and history.
But you see what Janelle Rice had said? And it makes a lot of sense. It really makes sense. You know, I mean, how much is too much, Marjorie? Really and truly. How much is too much? You know, I mean, when we talk about...
Well, the question is, how do we explain the actions of Janae herself? Why would she marry someone who's abusive?
Because she loves him.
You love me, and that's how you show your love. Right? Is that it?
So let me tell you something.
Oh, my goodness.
You believe that every guy that strikes his wife...
outside of being playful, yes, in a serious way, and we do know.
You think they're all violent?
You don't think striking your wife, girlfriend, or significant other is an act of violence? Is it not an act of violence?
So okay. Suppose before you strike her.
Wait a minute. So if I strike my man,
she took up a bat and hit you over the head with the bat.
You just take it, buddy, because you're a man.
Oh, take it.
Take it, yeah.
Just
look at you getting upset. Sit down, Anselm.
she's like, just...
Let me give you a little background on these people, all right? So I'm looking at this New York Times article. It says, Janae Rice retreated from social media because what she called negativity. I'm picking up in the middle of this article. Her lawyer declined to comment, but her own biography may help explain her actions. In public appearances and prior interviews, Ms. Rice appeared devoted to, financially dependent on, and completely invested in her husband, now 27.
You know, stop right there. Stop right there. And this is what I tell you. You got to be careful with how the media portray these things. You have to be careful.
What was wrong with reading that?
No. You said financial dependent.
Yes.
How many stay-at-home moms that we have in South Orange and Maplewood that's financially dependent on their husbands?
Probably many.
So what's the big deal? So
there's nothing. I was just making a statement.
No, I'm talking about the media. I'm talking about the article.
Let me finish? Look at you. Don't hit me.
I'm not hating you. I'm the article.
Okay.
And next thing now, all of a sudden, Ray Rice is a disgraced football player. He's disgraced now.
Oh, you're saying so. That makes him noble because... he supported his family.
No, he's not noble. He's not noble. But he's not disgraced.
Okay, will you just calm down?
Okay,
Jesus.
all right.
They met as teenagers in Westchester.
Can you put that piece of wood down, please? You don't hit me in the head with that, Marjorie. Come on. We on air now.
Come on, I don't even sound like a violent person.
Don't try to hit me, man.
They met as teenagers in Westchester County in New York, of course, when they started dating during Mr. Rice's first season with the Ravens. In 2008, she followed him to Baltimore, enrolling at nearby Towson University. Baltimore was an unfamiliar city for her. The adjustment was difficult, and in 2010, she pleaded guilty to shoplifting. But before she graduated, Mr. Rice surprised her by giving her a new Acura with an engagement ring inside. A ring. I almost passed out when he told me the car was mine, Miss Rice said in a profile written by fellow Towson student. Before she finished college, she was pregnant with this child, a girl they named Raven. A name suggests just how invested they both were in his football career. Though Miss Rice returned to class and graduated with a degree in communications, it was unclear whether she developed an independent career. In 2012, Mr. Rice signed a 5-year, $35 million contract with the Ravens. Several experts in domestic violence cautioned that much was unknown about the Rice case, starting with whether the football player hit his partner more than once. But they added that economic reliance was a leading predictor of whether a woman would leave her abuser. Quote, it's incredibly difficult to extricate yourself when you're financially dependent, Jackie Campbell, a professor of nursing at Johns Hopkins, said. In February, a year after the Ravens won the Super Bowl, Ray Rice rendered Janae Palmer unconscious in an elevator in Atlantic City. He was indicted in March on an assault charge that carried a potential jail sentence of 3 to 5 years. Testifying against Mr. Rice would have meant ending his football career, embarrassing the team, and possibly sending his daughter's father to jail, the baby daddy. Instead, Janae Palmer married him the day after the indictment. Wow. Many times a victim becomes so dependent on her partner for everything that she can't even entertain a reality without him in it. said a psychology professor at Cal State. I don't know that any of us would have been strong, brave, courageous enough to push back on $1 billion organization and a man that she loves. Wow. Check that out. Oh. So, if you've got $1 million, you can whoop my behind. That's okay, right? If you've got millions of dollars, it's okay for you to whoop my ass.
So you know what she should have done? She should have said, you know what, Ray?
But I guess for her, you know.
So
you're what?
I'm trying.
I mean, it's a case of domestic violence, and from what I keep reading these articles here that tell me that the football players, have a disproportionate rate of arrests.
2%, you said. 2% out of maybe if there is 500 football
All right,
players.
here's another stat. I'm looking at NFL's relative arrest rates. So among all of the things that a person can get arrested for, from fraud to burglary, prostitution, disorderly conduct, murder, DUI, sex offense, domestic violence is the highest rated offense that they have. How's that? What do you think of that? Look, see? Look.
What does
see
it
that?
say?
So here, look at these stats.
Domestic
violence. So among the criminal activity done by these NFL players is obviously not going to be theft.
Domestic violence is the
Yes,
highest.
the domestic violence is the highest.
Because,
Because they've been all pumped up to go out and whoop behind. And if they've been kicking ass on the field all day, then they're going to come home and do that if the wife is...
And that's always because of the husband, why there's domestic violence. The husband is always the cause of the domestic violence.
So a woman can cause getting beaten?
No, I'm asking.
Is that what you're saying? Is that the implication here?
I'm just asking a question.
I got beaten.
So
it was my fault.
If you slap me in the face, right? If my wife slapped me in the face, right, and I slap her back in the face, right? That's domestic violence as far as the man is concerned.
And that's domestic violence going both ways.
So that's what I'm telling you, though. So nobody knows.
Yes, but are you knocking your wife? Your wife slaps you in the face, and you punch her out, and she's unconscious. Is that equal?
Well, because think about it this way. Think about it. This is not anything about equal here. And what Ray Rice done was absolutely wrong. It's wrong what he did. Right? But when do you stop piling on Ray Rice? When do you say, you know what? When do you stop piling on Janae Rice? When do you stop showing the video? Right? When do you stop portraying Ray Rice as this disgraced NFL football player? As a matter of fact, let me read the article for you.
I see this. We just go back and forth with articles because
what it is that the media.
I'm not saying anything's wrong.
The media has to be responsible too. When you're going to report stuff, be responsible in your reporting of information. All right. Why do you have to put disgrace next to his name? Why? Why do you have to do that? Why does the media have to put disgraced Ray Rice next to his name? They want to belittle him. She's absolutely right. Right? They want to make this guy into a villain. They want to make this guy into the worst guy since not sliced bread.
Since OJ.
No. Even worse than OJ Anderson.
Oh, they're not making him worse than OJ.
OJ Simpson, excuse me.
OJ Anderson. Who is that?
he was the running back for the New York Giants.
Yeah,
OJ, I'm sorry.
Get the applause for yourself, please. OJ Anderson.
But you know what? Let me just make this quick community announcement. Community meeting on water supply on Monday, September the 15th. The Township of South Orange Village is hosting a community meeting on Monday, September the 15th at 7:30 p.m. at the South Orange Performance Center, South Orange Performance Arts Center, better known as SOPAC. At the meeting, village officials, staff, and professionals will present and discuss a brief history of the village's contractual relationship with the East Orange Water Commission, the current status of that contract, the village's effort to research and identify alternative water resources, and the recommended course of action that the village is actively pursuing. At the conclusion of the presentation, the panel will be prepared to answer questions from residents concerning the matters presented at the meeting, In advance of the meeting, the village has prepared certain documents which residents are encouraged to review before the meeting. So there is certain information there. And let's just quickly go over to Maplewood. On Sunday, September the 14th, they will be holding the second annual Echo House tour. Residents are opening their houses to show tour goers echo aspects of their house. And
what is an echo aspect?
What are you asking me, Margie? I'm just reading what this announcement here.
Why not? Echo House tours?
Yeah, Echo House tour. Residents are opening their house to show
what,
house
that kind
doors.
of echo?
Can you look up what echo is? Maybe
I know what an echo.
No, this is not ECHO. This is ECO.
ECO?
Yeah.
Oh, echo as in eco-friendly.
Yeah, eco-friendly. You know
okay.
What I mean?
But I'm not looking at what you're looking at. Okay.
All right. The echo aspects of their home. This is on September the 14th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And this is residences around Maplewood. How come they didn't select your house, Margie?
Because maybe it's not eco-friendly.
Okay, on Sunday, September the 14th, the Greater Essex County chapter will be serving hot dogs. Here you go, Marjorie. Will be serving hot dogs,
I don't do
hamburgers.
Hot dogs, Anselm.
Greater Essex County chapter will be serving hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken wings, and other types of warm food.
Does it say chicken wings on that? Why don't I have a copy of that?
And other types of warm food. And listen to this. Check this out. This says, serious, Greater Essex County chapter will be serving hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken wings, and and other types of warm food. And this is called a health and wellness fair.
No way. No way.
This is from the Maple Township website. This is on
Maybe
September
they're
the
like
14th.
healthy hot dogs, if there's such a thing.
Healthy hot dogs are the leftovers, Marjorie. All the leftovers that they put together, the chitlins.
I understand. And whatever other kind of strange things might be in there.
But this is being held from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Memorial Park North on September the 14th. So if you want to get some hot dog, hamburgers, some chicken at the Health and Wellness Fair, go on to the Memorial Park North on Sunday.
We shouldn't be making fun of this, but it is kind of funny, because we
reading
don't
what it says
even
here.
know I don't really trust. I don't know. Chicken is kind of weird,
Chicken has a lot of steroids in it. Mm-hmm. Now here is a good one, Marjorie, and I think I
is this another announcement, or have we moved on? Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Before you joined In the Village with Marjorie and Anselm, and it was just In the Village with Anselm, Maplewood Township Department meets with Irvington Department heads. I think this is very important. Township of Maplewood Department heads met with the Township of Irvington Department heads on Monday, September 8th at the Woodland to discuss shared service opportunities and shared ideas to better serve both communities. And I think that's significantly important. And here is why. I've said in the past that the communities that surround South Orange and Maplewood, we should also have an invested interest in the things that they do. Because if they have crime in Irvington, if they have crime in Newark, and we said to ourselves, oh man, I live in Maplewood and South Orange, I don't have to worry what's happening over there. Right? Eventually, it's going to come over into our backyard. There's a saying that if your neighbor house is on fire, throw water in yours. You heard that saying?
No, but I can understand that.
Right, that's what that is. If your neighbor house is on fire, throw water in yours. So, because if things are happening bad in South Orange and in Irvington...
Wait a minute, how do you... Okay, go. I'm not going to even ask how you come up, how that...
Because,
saying what the analogy is between that adage and what
think
you're
about
saying.
If bad things are happening in Irvington...
Then you throw water on your house?
No, we should be concerned...
Okay, I understand
South Orange and Maplewood. And we shouldn't just say that, they live over there, and we don't have to worry about them.
Well, we don't want to worry about them.
Well, we don't want to worry. Whatever it is.
Well, I mean,
okay.
I don't know. I that's a whole other. I mean, how? I don't know.
And here's another quick story.
I do know, but
there. No overnight parking at Donald Road parking lot September the 10th and 11th. That's today and tomorrow.
Okay.
There'll be no overnight parking at Donald Road parking lot on Wednesday, September the 10th, through Thursday morning, September the 11th. Due to Maplewood Township contractors stripping Donald Road. The Township of Maplewood sent an email newsflash about the closure shortly after 4 p.m. on September the 10th. The Township reports that the lot will be closed from 9 p.m. on September the 10th and reopen at 5 a.m. on Thursday, September 11th.
And that's
So,
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. So, you know, it's
So when this is a podcast at some point, then, you know,
yeah,
that's not going to be... Uh-huh.
So back to this, you know...
Which one? Helping your neighbor or your Ron Rice story? Is this Ron Rice? Is that whose name this is?
Ray Rice. Ron Rice is a senator in Newark.
Okay.
You know, is that one you're talking about? You know, he's really just... he's a senator in Newark. You know... You know. So Marjorie.
Yes,
you know,
so.
This. And we go. You know, before we go for this short break, Marjorie, I got a message from someone, and I have a special song for you tonight. So let me play that song for you because
What kind of message did you?
Somebody, I got a message online from someone. They said, "Please play Marjorie a song from the Caribbean."
Oh my goodness!
I'm serious now.
All right.
Someone said,
"Well, you know what? If it's like something of that's go ahead."
This song was part of CSI. You know the show CSI?
Yes.
You know about that show?
Yes.
This
When I
song-
think of CSI, I think of College of Staten Island. So that's not what we're talking.
No, we're talking about the show.
I've become
on
so
TV.
Staten Island oriented.
The show
it's
on
really
TV.
awful.
So listen to this
Okay.
song. This song is dedicated to you, Marjorie, from this person in Trinidad. So there's a special dedication to Marjorie.
Thank you.
Monday she had What's Going On. Today now she has a Caribbean flavor. And this is by a gentleman called Bungie Garland, Marjorie. Take a listen. You should already see Marjorie's already jumping up and down, ladies and gentlemen.
We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. Ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. Look how the sun now raising up, and the crowd now waking up. The atmosphere have vibes, and nothing can break it up. The girl them a wine non-stop. We had the drinks them in a my cup. We gonna party all night. 24 parties we hit in a row. Tonight at the very last show. Before we head out on the road, the girl them a release the load. So let me see your hands up, so everybody know, put your hands up, so if you're ready for the road, let your friend them know. We're ready for the road. We're ready for the road. So we're ready. Yeah, we're ready.
Marjorie, are you ready?
Yeah,
Are
but
you-
I mean, thank you for that.
Marjorie was like, I don't understand what word that guy just said.
Yes, I'm like, we're the subtitles. Somebody help us.
Yeah. You know what? Next time I'm going to give you the subtitle. Time check. The time is approximately 8:44 p.m. That time check is brought to you by All Star Motors, providing you with services you can trust. They provide you with ASC certified mechanic, New Jersey State inspection facilities, used car sale, authorized police towing, and emission repair facilities. You can call them at 973-762-8771. That's 973-762-8771. We'll be back with more right after this break.
The Strollers proudly presents our 82nd season, beginning with Comedy Tonight, a sketch comedy celebration. Our November production is the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, Clybourne Park. In January, we present our children's theater production, How the World Got Wisdom, a collection of African folk tales, songs, and dances. Our March comedy will be Fuddy Mears. Rounding out our season is the Tony Award-winning musical, Hairspray, in May. For further information, contact us at www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
And this is a special song for Marjorie.
It's so good loving somebody, and somebody loves you back. To be loved and be loved in return, it's the only thing that my heart desires. Just appreciate the little things I do. Oh, you're the one who's got me inspired. Keep on lifting me higher. So good, loving somebody, and somebody loves you back. It's so good needing somebody, and somebody needs you back. We can build a world of love, a life of joy, make our goal each other's happiness. I will do for you anything that I can. Oh, every day I want to do a little more, just a little bit more. It's so good loving somebody, and somebody loves you back, and that's a fact. It's so good wanting somebody, and somebody wants you back. Said it's so good. Desires. Just appreciate the little things I do. Oh, you're the one who's got me inspired. Keep on lifting me higher. So good loving somebody, and somebody loves you back, and that's a fact. It's so good needing somebody, and somebody needs you back. Now 70-30, now 60-40, talking about a 50-50 love. Said it's so good loving somebody, and somebody loves you back, yeah. Said now 70-30, now 60-40, talking about a 50-50 love, yeah. It's so good loving somebody, and somebody loves you back. It's so good. I'm so glad that there's you. I've experienced over and over again where I've given 80% and she's given 20%. Or she's given 70% and I've given 30%. But you just don't know how it feels to have somebody that you can share your whole life with. Somebody that you don't mind talking to, somebody that you don't mind going down the middle of the road with. I know a lot of guys today, they wish they had somebody just like you. I don't know when the last time that I told you, but girl, you make me so very happy. I think we've got something that a lot of people don't seem to have. Talking about a 50-50 love, yeah.
You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
We are back with you It's in the village with Anselm and Marjorie and the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. Now, Marjorie, what?
Yeah.
You were actually reading some stuff there.
I'm actually reading.
During the break.
Yes, here. This keeps getting reposted, and one of my neighbors comments on this. We don't take violence against black women seriously, so why should the NFL? And in short, they're saying that it's hard to conclude after these punishments meted out in various episodes. I'm picking up in the middle of the article as usual. That the NFL doesn't value the life of a black woman as much as it values the life of a white woman, a dog, or other NFL players.
Mm-hmm.
Society, after all, really doesn't take violence against black women seriously, so why should the NFL? So, Anselm, why aren't you taking the violence against this woman seriously?
Oh, I'm taking it very serious.
But you're more worried about him being punished.
No, I'm not worried about him being
judged.
punished. He was punished and he was judged. And he's now, according to the media, he's now disgraced.
First of all, I don't think the media would have anything to talk if there were no black people in society. What would there to be to talk about?
What?
There's nothing to talk about.
Of course there's stuff to talk about. People killing each other.
There's Ferguson, and then that gets knocked off of the television. So it's better to, this seems to be the focus right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That seems to be the focus, and we have so many other things we can focus on.
Yes, we do, and that's why you and I, maybe we should focus on those things rather than talking about what they're talking about.
But you see what it is though, we are not talking about the way the mainstream medium is doing it, right? They are vilifying people, right? No one thought about, how many times all these different outlets show that video and the consequences it will have on Janae Rice. No one thought about that. I could have posted a video on some more Facebook website, on the website and on Facebook page, but why? Everybody already did it.
Oh yeah, it's not worth. It's not worth that.
So should we just continue?
I think we should change the subject because I don't want to think about this.
Okay, what about the debate? There's a debate coming up on September the 18th. With the new four Board of Education candidates. So
I guess we have to wait until that debate, but I want to go there, and I think we should.
So you support
try to broadcast this? I'm not supporting anyone, Anselm.
Is it true you support Maloka?
I support no one yet.
No, okay.
I want to hear what the people have to say, and then I'll come out and support them. Who do you support? Do you have any support for any of these candidates yet?
I don't have any support for any of those candidates.
Because you don't believe that they can do anything.
I told you those candidates are all rubber stamps. They're not going to make any difference, any significant difference in this community.
You can't say that. You shouldn't say stuff
No,
like
because
that.
you look at the past, Marjorie. You look at the past.
But those are people in the past. That was then.
Let me ask you a question. This is a question. All right? And this question has to be asked. The Community Coalition is recognizing Barbara Heisler Williams and Anthony Green.
Yes.
All right? With their highest award. What have they done in this community to achieve those awards?
Well, being a former member of the coalition, as you were, maybe you should tell us.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
So this is just a hypothetical question.
No, I'm just asking the question, yeah. Is it that, well, we have to have this award and we have to award a black person award? And we have
what
to
do you know
award
about
a white
Anthony
person?
Green?
I know his daughter went to Drexel University. I think he was once chairman of the Community Coalition on Race. I know he sat on the Board of Education at one time.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. Okay. He did. So
this must have been way before I was conscious. Go ahead.
Yeah. He was very active in.
Where's the invitation? Do you have it?
You know what?
It's not over here.
No, I didn't get. I got an invitation via mail. I think it's in my email. Let me see if I can pull it up.
So, and what else about Mr. Green?
Let me see what else. I don't
What
know.
does maybe we should look at what the coalition does altogether, right? So what? And we know Barbara Heisler was
She was the director.
a founding executive director of the coalition. Yes.
The founding executive director.
Yeah. So when the
How could
coalition
you be the
was,
founding executive
if you were
director?
when it first was founded, she was the executive director.
She's the executive director.
Yes. But is not at this moment, but was at some other moment. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So here it is. Here it is
Yes,
about.
he just gave me this really weird
Here it
look.
is. Here it is. Anthony Green is an executive vice president of Herbal L. Jamison and Company LLC, where he has worked since 1988. Jamison is an Assured Partners Incorporated member firm and has offices in New York, New Jersey, Illinois, so on and so on. He's a graduate of the New York Military Academy and holds a Bachelor of Business Administration degree from St. John's University of Risk Management and Actuarial Science. Anthony is a certified risk manager and a certified insurance counselor. Since 1977, he has been developing risk management and insurance programs for companies, non-profit organizations, and professional service firms. Anthony has served as, all right. From 1985 to 1990, he resided in Maplewood with his wife and 2 children who attended Clinton and Jefferson Elementary School. During that period, he participated in the school district School for Success initiative and was funded by a grant from Geraldine R. Dutch Foundation to develop a new model for K-12 education. While in Maplewood, he served in a community volunteer leadership position, such as Vice President of Parent Teachers Association for Clinton Academy, member of the South Orange Maplewood Board of Education, and trustee of the Community Coalition.
Okay.
Since 1999, he has lived in South Orange, and during that period, he served on the Community Coalition Board as a trustee member and a member of the Executive Committee and chair. Anthony advocacy in fields of diversity and inclusion includes work around the United States, past president and trustee of the American International.
You're not reading that with much enthusiasm.
He's married to Cheryl Green, an elementary school teacher, began teaching in the Correct Maryland School.
That's cool, being married to a teacher.
His children, Anthony and Uday, attended South Orange Maplewood School through 12. The students graduate from Columbia High School and graduate from Centenary College and Drexel University, respectively.
Okay. So, there's the reason to honor him? Have they explained why? I mean, that's the reason. Because he has a long, distinguished career in activist in the community. How's that? I mean, I'm just trying to be fair out here.
Trying to be fair. Marjorie, we gotta be serious about these things.
But serious about what, honey?
You gotta be serious about these things here.
Wait a minute. Let me see. I'm on that page, but I'm not there.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that. It may sound funny.
What sounds funny?
But
I'm laughing because you're looking at me like I'm just trying to pad this in the sense to say that. So here is distinctive black man who's married to a teacher. That's the greatest thing. Mm-hmm. And, he's had this distinguished career and is out in the community.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I know that they should probably be honoring you instead, considering your fame and fortune.
Well, you know what? It's funny that you say that. Let me be honest with you now. I'll be very honest with you now.
I think we should go to this event.
For all the things that I've done in this community, for all the things I see the Maplewood Chamber. I just joined the Maplewood Chamber of Commerce, so they honor the Maplewood Chamber of Commerce, the Community Coalition and Race, the Maple Leaf Award, all these different awards. And I ask this question.
Wait a minute. Who are you saying that there are different awards, or all these awards are coming from the chamber?
There's an award called the Maple Leaf Award, a Maple Leaf Award as well.
And that comes from who? The chamber?
No, that comes from Maplewood.
Okay.
That's
Township
Maplewood
itself?
Yeah, that comes from the township. Let me see. Activities. Maplewood Leaflet. English is okay. Most recent leaflet. But they have the Maplewood. It's the Leaflet Award where they award somebody who have done significant things in the community.
Okay.
So I may not have done anything significant in this community, right? I was at one point I was vice chair of the Community Coalition and Race.
Mm-hmm.
I was vice chair of the schools committee. I sat on the Tuscan Elementary PTA, was vice president. I was vice president of Columbia High School PTA.
How are you? But did any of your kids even go to Columbia?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. I have 9 world records in track and field.
Oh my goodness.
Right. 9 world records. No. I'm giving you all the information. Of course, I am teaching at Seton Hall University. That's the truth. I have my own running academy as well. I work 25 years award.
And you
I
are
could go on
fishing
and
for an award?
I don't want any award.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. All I'm saying is that, sometimes, we give these awards, I think, to just make it look like if it's true diversity.
So you're saying it's not.
We go fishing. And then, if you go
well,
fishing,
I think awards
there's a great
dinners,
possibility.
things like that, these are fundraisers, right? So if Anthony Green has a pull, if Barbara Heisler has a pull, then those people will come to support their friends and neighbors and all the rest of these people.
Or the award is just a side.
I mean, I think an award, yes, all awards things are like that. But I'm not saying that these people
The award is just an
deserve or do not deserve.
The award
these
is just
awards.
an accessory to the event.
I don't think that they're going to go to bed that night hugging those awards and saying, "God, the community really loves me. I am all that."
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know.
So you think about just giving awards just to give awards. So you're going to give an award. If that person could bring 100 people, you give them an award.
Well, from what I understand about this, that those people did not have to say I've seen, been in an organization where they says, okay, who has the most pull? Anselm does. Anselm, here we're going to award you, but I want you to bring in, sell at least 50 of these tickets so we can raise the money.
And I give you an award. And I give you an award.
And
even
then
though
you get
don't
the
deserve
award,
it.
and all your friends are there to see you get this award.
So you acknowledging that, they
don't try to put it. I'm not saying whether
they
these,
give awards to people that don't deserve the awards.
I am not saying that.
What are you saying then?
You started this. I'm not.
You telling me you're not saying?
You're saying that the people who are getting these awards, particularly because you didn't say whether you think Barbara Heisler does she deserve?
No, I never said Anthony Green didn't deserve the award.
Okay.
I never said that, and I never said Barbara Heisler Williams didn't deserve the award. I'm just asking the question: what were they giving the award for? That was the question.
What's the name of the award?
Question.
What is the name of the award?
We honor Anthony Green and Barbara Hals Williams, celebrating integration, bringing community together.
Okay.
It's an integration award.
Or is it a community, bringing a community together award?
I would think it's a community award. This is what it says. At this annual dinner fundraiser, we honor Anthony Green and Barbara Heisler Williams. Barbara Heisler, celebrating integration, bringing community together. We'll be at a Topak Loft at 7 p.m. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put an ad, or we're going to put an ad in their journal.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we going to have our picture in there too? Ooh, we should make the ad so we have our picture so it'll help it look extra integrated.
I was going to look integrated with a black male and a black female. How is that ad going to look integrated?
It'll help. Because among the ads, then, we'll have an ad that has some brown people in it, in addition to the ads that have white people in it.
What's this brown people thing? What's brown people?
Do you want me to say that we're black? Does that make it better for you? But you don't. It's okay to be black, but not to be African.
But what
let's not go there.
You brown? Where do you get brown from?
Okay, we'll have some.
When the census comes out, is there any indication? Can you take off anything that says you're brown?
No.
Okay, then. So where does the brown come out
So
from?
we're only going by our census designation.
Listen.
I mean, it's okay to do that.
That's
it's okay to do that, to go only by the census designation.
But that's what everybody has to go by.
Okay, so we'll have some black people in the community coalition if we put our picture in this ad. How does that sound?
So what? You're afraid to say? You're afraid to say black? Is that
don't even try that, Anselm. Let's go. Let's find a story. Speaking of black people. Speaking of black people.
Yeah. Were you afraid to say something about? But let's get back to the question.
What's the coalition question?
Yeah, I just asked the question. I mean,
what should they be honored for? Is that the question you have? Or?
What are they being honored for?
I don't know, honey. I'm not part of the coalition.
maybe we need to ask the coalition.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. I've met Anthony Green. You know?
Oh, I know Anthony very well.
Okay, and I know Barbara Heisler very
And I
well.
know Barbara very well too.
So,
and I don't have. You see, people gonna misconstrue what I'm trying to say. All I'm asking.
Yes, you better make it clear because they'll come after you.
Yeah,
they'll come after you.
That's okay. I'm asking the question. What? I mean, for example, last year they honored Dr. Phyllis Peterman, and Dr. Phyllis Peterman is she's the dean of, I think, the education department at Rutgers, right? Mm-hmm. Dr. Phyllis Peterman, and I know for a fact, Dr. Peterman has done, significant things in the community, right? But I was just asking the question is that I don't know, and maybe that's my fault that I don't know.
And I guess they're honoring their own. Yes, it's in honor of their own.
They're honoring their own.
Mr. Green and
I got former chairman. Okay.
And Barbara.
All right. So maybe no, they don't want us to put an ad in the journal because we questioning who they're honoring.
No, you question that. I'm not. Don't put me in that. Because I don't. I'm not.
But didn't you just read out the biography of Anthony Green?
No, you read out the bio of Anthony Green.
I did. Okay, all right.
You want me to read out Barbara's bio and make it even?
It all right,
no, I don't have it here.
You don't have it there?
I'm having a hard time with this. I don't really like iPads like that.
You don't like iPad?
No. Okay. Celebrating integration.
Mm-hmm.
You think integration is you think integration is all that? Though?
Integration?
Yeah.
Well, I think integration is good.
Is integration the same as anti-racism? And what's more important, fighting racism or working toward integration?
I think both of them are very important.
Equally important, Anselm.
Equally? I really can't put a number on which one is more important than
You
one.
like trying to do numbers. I mean, if you or somebody says, that person is an integrationist, that person is an anti-racist, which one, which table would you go sit at?
Anti-racist.
And why might that be?
Because, I mean, I think anything against racism, I want to be on that table.
Do you think integration stops or thwarts racism?
Integration? Not necessarily. Mm-hmm. You can just want integration. You just want a lot of different people just living together, in harmony, and you really don't care if they're racist.
You don't even know if they're living in harmoniously either,
but you just want to integrate people together.
Yes. So to say that my neighbor across the street is black, my neighbor down the street is white.
Yeah. So,
but that neighbor could think they're superior to you regardless.
So the coalition is talking about celebrating integration annual dinner. All right. So that is the thing that they are having on October the 18th, and that's where they're honoring Anthony Green. And but Margie, I think honestly, we have to ask these questions, and it's not that you're questioning whether the person should be honored or not. You may not have the information in order to know why it's being done. And when you ask the question, you get information. Because sometimes people say, if you don't ask questions, you can't find the answer. And you can't guess what the answer is, or you can't make up the answer. So rather than somebody may say, well, why is he asking that question? Maybe he doesn't like Anthony Green. I got nothing against Anthony Green. I got nothing against Barbara Heisler Williams as well. I have nothing. But I'm just asking the question, what is the criteria in order for them to honor people?
Well,
is it that they want to have honoring, but they're honoring people from an integration perspective?
I think it looks like, from what I could see, because I don't know, a lot about Anthony Green, but it looks like they're honoring their own and saying, look, these people were instrumental in making our organization.
So if you're not part of the community coalition and race, they're not honoring you.
But not at this particular event, no, I guess not.
By the way, I think they honored Celia King too as well. In the past, I think they honored Celia King.
Is there somewhere on here, on this website, that says who their former honorees were?
But
if they're honoring their own, and,
let me look and see.
It's also about, I guess, the networks of people that they have and created and build.
History. I started a community coalition, and but look, back then they had Pettis. Pettis was on there. This is Sue Willis, Jerry Ryan. This is Barbara Heisler Williams. This is Mark Rosner. This is Ed Semper. Ken Pettis, former mayor.
Do you think they should have honored Ed Semper?
Yeah. How come they never honored Ed Semper?
Where did you get that? Under what tab are you?
Our history.
Our About Us, Our Work, Two Towns.
Our history. Our work. Go to our work.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
Under About Us.
About Us. Okay.
And this is an old picture.
Yeah, these people look young.
So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they look really young.
And I know most of those individuals there.
See, but you're not in the picture, Anselm.
I mean, maybe I came late that day, but because I wasn't. I think I was on this. I actually was on this committee. Because here is, and really and truly, it was very balanced. You see, that's simple right there, on the right, in red. Carol Barry Austin. I don't remember who that other gentleman is there.
Maya, they look young.
Mm-hmm. And that's Mark Rosner. Jerry Ryan married at Sue Willis. So that is the community coalition back in the day.
Here it says, I'm looking at this. The Racial Balance Task Force identified several resource principles from which to work.
That was us.
Mm-hmm.
Racial integration optimizes housing values because it means that whites and people of color are all competing for houses in the same places at the same time. Racially inclusive, robust demand is ideal. Housing for demand is limited to only a fraction of one race, means that value of property, net worth, and mobility of the owners will be diminished.
But then look at the bullet under that. It says, if segregation brought minority empowerment, African Americans would be rich and powerful throughout the land. Mm-hmm. In America, across all black income groups, residential apartheid is the rule and integration is the exception. So they're saying that segregation does not bring about empowerment of black Americans. Is that what that's saying?
Which one are you reading?
Look at that second bullet, the one below the one you looked at. If segregation brought minority empowerment, African Americans would be rich and powerful throughout the land. Mm. So they're saying that...
No, they're saying if.
So they're saying that segregation does not bring about empowerment.
I think
that's the
saying.
premise there.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
In America, across all black income groups, residential apartheid is the rule. Integration is the exception.
What does that mean? See, now you got me staring. In America, across all black income groups, residential apartheid. So you can be integrated and still be broke, though. You can be integrated, living in an integrated community and still face discrimination. What does that have to do with anything?
You're asking me what the person who wrote this? Time check. The time is approximately 9:15 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Semper Alexander Computer Consultants, where they implement cost-effective solutions to fulfill your business needs. Semper Alexander for all your computer needs. You can call them at 973-763-2011. It's 973-763-2011. I guess when we come back, we're going to delve more into the
I'm getting kind of frustrated.
Integration policies. We'll be right back.
The Strollers proudly presents our 82nd season. Beginning with Comedy Tonight, a sketch comedy celebration. Our November production is the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, Clybourne Park. In January, we present our children's theater production, How the World Got Wisdom, a collection of African folktales, songs, and dances. Our March comedy will be Fuddy Mears. Rounding out our season is the Tony Award-winning musical, Hairspray, in May. For further information, contact us at www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
This is the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. We want to hear from you at 973-327-3626 or log on to showmore.org to let us know your opinion. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to showmore.org to participate in the discussion. Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah. Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Oh, picket line, picket signs, don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Right now. Everybody thinks we're at home. Oh, but who are they to judge us? Simply cause our hair is long. Oh, you know we've got to find a way bring some understanding here today. Oh, oh, oh. Pick it loud and pick it sound. Don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk to me. You can see what's going on. Yeah, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. Right on, right on. Right on. Right on.
You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
We are back with you in the village with Anselm and Marjorie on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still here. And, you know, I almost had to be careful there because Marjorie was trying to reach across the table and punch me in the head.
Oh, yes.
You know, I would have
do
to
a Ray Rice on you.
I would have to call in the Maplewood and the South Orange Police.
And guess who would get arrested?
And, you know, of course.
They'd probably take us both.
Yeah, she will tell lies anyway.
Oh, come on. I don't lie.
You remember, we always give you the SoMore code of the day. You can send your SoMore code today to SoMore.org at gmail.com. And we read the best quote right here in the village of Anselm on the Anselm and Marjorie on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. And here's the SoMore quote of the day. It's the little details that are vitals. Little things make big things happen. Fill your life with those small, exciting things and that make huge differences. It's the little details that are vital. Little things make big things happen. Fill your life with those small, exciting things that make huge differences. And that is the SoMore quote of the day. Now, Marjorie, before we go tonight.
I want to pick up this conversation at another time, maybe tomorrow or something.
Let's start that discussion. I want to ask you
How are we going to start a discussion without information? But go ahead, honey. Yes, I'm listening.
Where in America have there been a community that was predominantly white that becomes predominantly black, where the property values have increased or stay the same? Where in the United States of America has that ever happened?
I don't know, Anselm. And I don't know. Why are we only going by that,
but listen, and many people say, you know, Prince George's County, PGC, right? But Prince George's County was predominantly black from the beginning.
You're saying that it's always been that way.
It's always been that way.
Well, yeah, I mean,
so you can't use that.
Then they try to get black people. A friend of mine used to say, they're moving us out of D.C. into PG County. So they would just sort of like relocate people or encourage them to leave D.C. So D.C. would become more or less Chocolate City and the suburb of Prince George's County.
Let me ask you a question. If South Orange Maple was to become predominantly black, do you think the property values will stay the same?
The property value could stay the same.
I asked you if it could.
I mean, these are city kind of like planning things, and those things have to be orchestrated that way. I mean, I don't think that, you'll hear people say, the old people who, when I say old people who've been here since they grew up, eh?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about Orange or East Orange and what it
used to be predominantly white.
It used to be.
Oh, and now it's different.
Main Street.
Now it's totally different. And you can go into East Orange and Orange, and you can buy a house for $100,000. You can buy a house for $60,000. Is there any place in South Orange where you could buy a house for $60,000?
No,
is there any place? Any
home
place
properties
you
in
can buy
Maplewood, South
$100,000.
No, but go ahead. I mean, that's not the economy around here. And you go to Detroit and buy a whole bunch of houses.
Yeah,
for
but
$60,000.
but that's not talking about the economy.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is that resegregation.
Got a new word, resegregation.
Yeah. It was segregated with one. With
when
whites.
When it was predominantly
and then it's
white.
resegregated to predominantly
and then black people moved in.
Right, and the white people moved out.
Okay.
Resegregation. When you have that, I tell you, if I'm part of that, community that's integrated, and my house is worth $500,000 as an example, and I see
your house is worth about $2 million, but go ahead.
No, and I see people trying to move out. I see people moving out. I'm moving out too. I'm not going to sit by idly and feel that I am going to stay here. I'm going to stick it out regardless. No. At the end of the day, my property value is just as important as anything else. You can say what you want. You can say what you want.
I'm trying to.
No,
I'm
just saying.
What you're saying. I mean,
what do you mean?
So, but you're saying that when black people move in, that the property value, if it's predominantly black, because we certainly have black people here, you and I are among them.
If South Orange Maple becomes predominantly black, these housing in South Orange Maple will not be worth the same prices.
Why is that, Anselm?
What?
Don't get upset. Sit down.
Why do you think?
What do you mean? Why do I think?
Why do you think? Name me, and I'm going to go back again. Name me one town in United States of America that was predominantly white.
But why do we have to have this whole shifting thing? I mean, what about if the town was already black? What if the town...
If it's already black, there are going to be low house prices. If it changes. If it starts off predominantly black, like Prince George's County, right? Prices are going to stay at a certain level.
So here I'm looking at the 10 richest black communities in America. So what about that?
No, that
black
doesn't.
towns in America disappeared from the history books.
No.
All black towns. Oh, look at this. There were towns that did exist that were destroyed. I think there's some historical reasons for this. It's not like, as black people move in, it just necessarily gets worse.
But I'm going to ask you the question again.
First of all, look at this community. Though. If you want to live here, you have to be able to afford to live here.
And same to you. Yes, you have to be afford to live here. Do you believe if South Orange Maplewood was to turn predominantly black?
But who is going to sell that house? Are you going to sell your $1 million house for $60,000? No, that's not going to happen.
But you see,
this isn't going right. This conversation isn't going right.
No, but listen, Marjorie, listen. When they sell this house sell any house for $500,000 to a black couple, and the black couple is sitting there and not seeing what's going on around them, by the time they wake up and they see their next door neighbor is black, the next neighbor is black, the next neighbor is black, next neighbor is black, the next neighbor is black. At that point in time, the house is now $300,000.
And who's making these determinations?
What do you mean who's making these determinations?
Who's making these determinations that the house is going to be worth less? If you have a millionaire move into your next door and another millionaire move in around the block, and you have all these people moving in around you who are black, but they have money, so you have more black people with money in South Orange.
It doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Well, yes, it does.
No,
You're
it
just
does
saying,
not.
So it's about green. It's not about brown. It's about green.
No, it's not about green. It's not about
how
green.
are you going to start an argument like this?
It's
We're
not
gonna get
about
all
green.
intense. It's 9:30.
I know,
and some of us have to go home and do homework. Have to
I
do
know,
a real job.
but we're going to pick it up in your 6-hour job. We're going to pick it up tomorrow. I mean, you got to go to the 6-hour job. What are you worrying about? 6 hours a day, man. I mean, most people work 10 hours a day, right?
Most people don't work 10 hours a
most
day.
People
No
do
way.
Work 10 hours on an average. You go to school and you work 10 hours a day. You go to 3 different rooms. You walk maybe 2 flights of steps, and you complain about walking 2 flights of steps. 4, you can take the elevator, but you decide
when it's working, and then I go into a moldy environment.
Then you decide to take the steps, and then you accuse the school of having you take the steps. You
That's
can
right,
wait
because
for
the elevator should be working.
But you
But go
can
ahead.
wait for it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So we definitely gonna pick this up tomorrow.
Yes,
because
we
I
are,
think-
because, I think that, give me some time to investigate, because I'm going to blow you away on this, because I think you're wrong. I think that, so you're assuming that just because somebody's black, the property value is going to go down.
I'm not assuming anything. I'm
That's
telling you.
your house should be worth less than it was, less than than your neighbor's house.
I'm telling you this. I'm using the example. Listen to me carefully. After this, we're gonna go for a short break, and then we're gonna wrap up. Listen to me carefully.
Wait, I know, but you can't say, I'm going to say this. Listen to me carefully, and then we're going to break. What kind of mess is that? We should just break right now.
No, but I want to just make this one point.
Go ahead and make your point.
If South Orange Maplewood was to come predominantly people of color, the house.
What about if they were Chinese colored? Chinese colored.
I'm talking about black.
Okay, get it right. What about Mexicans? See it?
Predominantly black.
Okay.
Even if you want to say Hispanic, was to come predominantly minority. All right, let me say that.
You can't be predominantly minority because you're no longer a minority.
If it becomes predominantly minority, the property values in South Orange and Maplewood would not be the same. The school system would not be the same.
You don't even. You think the school system's bad as it is, right?
It would be worse.
You
Time
see how black people are.
No, this has nothing to do. This has nothing to do.
Self-hating Negro.
No, this has nothing.
activity.
This has nothing to do with how black people are. This is serious. I mean, we gotta.
So what should we do now? Here we are,
Time
bordered
check.
by.
The time is approximately 9:30 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Nokia Home Improvement for all your general construction remodeling job. Nokia Home Improvement. No job is too small. You can call them at 973-592-8493. That's 973-592-8493. Go ahead, Marjorie. Before
Here
go
we
for the
are.
break.
Well, that's all right. Don't do that
go
to me.
ahead.
I'm not ready now. Forget it.
Okay.
I mean, I just no.
Go ahead.
What I mean, you can't. You're assuming that because when black people move in, the property value goes down. So you're saying that all our neighbors to the left, to the right, to the north, and the south, be that Newark or Orange or East Orange, if it's predominantly black, the neighborhood goes down.
You know, once in Newark, they had a lot of white.
In Irvington, I'm sorry.
In Irvington, a lot of white people living in those communities, right?
Yes, way back in the day.
It doesn't matter. They were properly expensive. You could go to Irvington now, get also $50,000. Think about it.
Okay.
Anyway, you can go for a short break.
You
and
know,
we'll
you
be
got a
right
lot
back.
of nerve.
Strollers proudly presents our 82nd season, beginning with Comedy Tonight, a sketch comedy celebration. Our November production is the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, Clybourne Park. In January, we present our children's theater production, How the World Got Wisdom, a collection of African folk tales, songs, and dances. Our March comedy will be Funny Mears. Rounding out our season is the Tony Award-winning musical, Hairspray, in May. For further information, contact us at www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Marjorie and Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. Now, Marjorie, we're going to pick up this discussion again tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
And what Marjorie's going to do is, the question is, Marjorie.
I have homework now. Don't try to, lay
here's
all
the
this on me, my 6 hours of work. But go ahead.
Where in the United States of America has a community that was predominantly white or integrated that has become predominantly black, where the property values have not decreased? That's the question.
And you're going to do that investigating as well as I.
Yeah, and we're going to pick that up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Time check. Time is approximately 9:38 p.m. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. And Marjorie, any closing words?
No, but I'm going to come up with some really cool closing word like that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to work on it. See ya. Same so much time, same so much channel. Later.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. So we're giving thanks to the Most High for all of His blessings, His guidance. Oh Lord, how great Thou art Thee. Thank you for blessing me. Transpose all my energy, yeah, and molded talents in me. Now those on my head, I appreciate your gratitude, endurance, and faith. They standing in line, want to intertwine, devour my body, soul, and mind. But my will is strong, they can't throw me down. With your guidance, I will carry on. Oh Lord, every day I'm going to sing this song. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you, Lord, for what you've done for me. Yeah. Thank you, Lord, for every little thing. Yeah. Thank you, Lord, for what you've done for me. And I thank you for blessing me every day. And through the river walls, I will walk with you beside me, be unharmed cause you can find me, yeah. And when their kingdom falls, you'll console me from my distress. In your warmth of grace I will rest, yeah. No resurrection can remove me from your bubble. They will perish in their rubble, yeah. And if that false fear falls, oh Lord, I will be lifted up in the Lord and singing. Thank you, Lord, for what you've done for me. Thank you, Lord, for every little thing. Hey. Thank you, Lord, for what you've done for me. And I thank you for blessing me every day. And so I sing again. Thank you, Lord, for what you've done for me. Thank you, Lord, Jose.